Tithe Farm is a farming minigame where you plant, water, and harvest crops in time cycles instead of waiting around for patches to grow. It's one of the few ways to train farming actively, and it also lets you unlock useful rewards like the farmer's outfit, auto weed, and more, which we'll get into later. The only level requirement to enter Tithe Farm is 34 farming, but both XP and point rates increase at levels 54 and 74 farming when you unlock higher tier seeds. To get started, you'll need a seed dibber, spade, and 10 watering cans. If you forget anything, there is a tool leprechaun located at the farm. Runes for humidify can be helpful to easily replenish watering cans, but they're definitely not required. Tithe Farm is located in southeastern Hosidius on Great Corinth. There are a few different ways to get there, which you can see on screen. The fastest ways to get there are a house teleport, fairy ring teleport, or Zarek's talisman. After your first visit, you can use the minigame teleport to get there even quicker. Once you arrive at Tithe Farm, head to the table and grab 500 seeds of the highest tier you can plant and enter the minigame. The goal is simple: plant each seed, water it 3 times, then harvest the fruit. You can deposit up to 100 fruit at a time, which gives maximum XP and points per run. If you've ever looked at the Tithe Farm strategy page on the wiki, it can seem way more complicated than it needs to be. I'm going to show you the 25x4 method, which is the most consistent and repeatable way to do Tithe Farm. The idea is simple: grow 25 fruits over 4 cycles, giving you a full 100 fruit deposit every run. This method works best with RuneLite and low ping. It can be done on mobile, but it's much less forgiving. If you're on mobile or dealing with input delay, the 20x5 method follows the same concept, just giving you extra time. For this 25x4 method, start at the bottom of the second patch from the right. As you move up the patch, click to plant, then immediately click to water as soon as the orange circle appears. Once the circle turns blue, move on to the next seed. The goal here is to be as quick as possible once the orange or blue circle appears. When moving across the aisle, always click on the ground across the aisle first before planting the next seed. If you don't, your character will move inefficiently and waste time. After crossing the aisle, you'll be doing 2 patches at the same time. In an alternating pattern, start with 1 seed on the right, then plant 2 seeds on the left, back to 2 on the right, complete the left side, and then finish with the last seed on the right. Once you plant the final seed in this patch, you can click to plant in the next patch to the left without worrying about pathing. Continue planting seeds down this patch until it is full. Don't forget to click the ground across the aisle before planting the seed in the next patch. This section will be done 2 patches at a time in a similar zigzag format like the other 2 patch section. After this 2-patch section, the 25th plant is in a single standalone patch, so don't forget to plant and water that one. Once everything is planted and watered the first time, you'll repeat the same route 2 more times, but now you only need to water. I'll speed this part up and come back once everything's fully grown. At this point, everything should be fully grown. Even if you weren't quite quick enough and 1 or 2 of the first plants didn't make it, that's fine. Continue past them and you'll still end up with more than 20 fruits, which is why this method is ideal. Once everything is grown, harvest all of the patches and deposit your fruit. Always deposit in groups of 100 since it gives you the maximum XP and points. Remember to refill your watering cans with humidify or the barrels at the farm before continuing the next run. If you log off, any fruits in your inventory will remain, but anything planted will disappear, so be sure to harvest before you log out. You can spend your points at Farmer Grickoller's reward shop. I recommend everyone unlock Auto Weed first. It's only 50 points and permanently stops weeds from growing. The herb sack and seed box are especially useful for Ironmen. Gricoller's can is only worth it if you plan on doing a lot of Tithe Farm, and the farmer's outfit is mostly for collection loggers or post-99 farming. However, the straw hat is required for an elite clue. If you would like to find out the exact number of fruit you'll need to earn a reward or get to a certain level, I've linked to a Tithe Farm calculator in the description. And that's everything you need to know to get started with Tithe Farm. If this helped, consider subscribing for more quick OSRS guides, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.